Hello students, it is Thursday, April 1st, 2021. We're going to continue with our math lesson for today. Now, keep your eyes on your screen, focus on what we are doing because this will become very familiar to you as we keep going. Now, the cursor is moving onto the screen now. We're going to look up here at our math title, okay? Now, let's read this together. Read it with me. Solve word problems with facts to 10. Okay? And that's what we're working on now, boys and girls. Word problems, okay? It's like I always say, you've got to understand how word problems work because when you get into upper grades, especially when you get into high school and college, you're going to be faced with math problems that involve word problems, meaning you're going to have to learn how to read it and figure out what it's asking you. Now, let's read our I can statement, okay? Meaning that when you're doing this, you should be able to do this and do that once you're finished with your lesson. Let's read it together. Read it with me. I can draw pictures and write equations to help solve word problems. Okay? We'll keep reading that as we continue on next week into our math lessons again. Now, all this writing that is in yellow, this is what you call a word problem, okay? We have to read it and understand what it's asking us, and also too, we need to know what numbers they are giving us. Okay, remember, we're going to break this apart into 4 statements. Okay? Now, let's read this top statement together. This first one. Read it with me. 6 cupcakes are in the refrigerator. Now, let's read the next line. Just read it with me. My mom bought some more cupcakes. What did mom buy? Yes, she bought some more cupcakes. Now let's keep reading. Now there are 10 cupcakes. How many cupcakes are there now? Now let's keep reading, okay? Let's read our question. How many cupcakes were added to the refrigerator? Okay? Now, like I said in our previous lessons, you might be sitting there thinking, I don't know what it's telling me, or you could be thinking, I don't understand this. That's because we read the whole thing at once, okay? Now, we're going to break it apart, sentence by sentence, okay? That's one thing I want you to start doing. Even if you do not understand what it's telling you, you break it apart like how I broke apart the sentences, okay? You're just gonna focus on this top sentence. That's it. You're not gonna worry about these 3 just yet, okay? So let's do that. Here we go. 6 cupcakes are in the refrigerator. Now, boys and girls, how many cupcakes are in the refrigerator now? What number is this? 6. So watch now. The first thing we have to do is we're going to have to put 6 cupcakes in a straight line here. Okay? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? We now have 6 cupcakes right there. Now, the next thing we do, just like in our lessons, we're going to put a number right here so that way you know There are 6 cupcakes already right here. Now, boys and girls, we're done with this first statement here. We just come now to this next statement and we read it. Read it with me. Here we go. My mom bought some more cupcakes. What did Mom buy? She bought some more cupcakes. Good job. So we keep reading, okay? Because there's no number here. All it's telling us is Mom bought some more cupcakes and she put it into the refrigerator. Now let's read this third sentence. Read it with me. Here we go. Now there are 10 cupcakes. Now, boys and girls, how many cupcakes are there now? There's 10, okay? So here's what you're going to do, okay? This is the total. Say total. Good job. So watch what I'm going to do again, okay? I'm going to grab 10. I'm going to put 10 here because I know that's the total, okay? The total is here. 6 is up here. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to write 6 up here now, okay? Now, the more we do this, you're going to get used to it, okay? So, 10 is here. That's the total. We can now put 6 here. Now, it's this number, boys and girls, we're looking for now, okay? This is what the standard is asking you to start doing. So let's keep reading here, okay? How many cupcakes were added to the refrigerator? So now, boys and girls, they want us to now find this number here, okay? They want to know how many Mom bought. So, we're going to have to count from 6, stop at number 10, just like that number line that I used to have up there, okay? So watch me, okay? We're going to start at 6, we have to stop at 10, and then we'll be able to know the number here. Watch me. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now look there, boys and girls, we're finished now, okay? We now have a total of 10 cupcakes. How many cupcakes are here? Let's count it. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you're going to get 4. We're going to put it here. And look at that. We found the number now that's here. So all we're going to do is put that number there. Now, boys and girls, how many cupcakes were added to the refrigerator? 4. So Mom bought 4 more cupcakes and she put it into the refrigerator with the 6 cupcakes that were in there. Now all together they're 10. Okay? Now, let's move on to another example, okay? Here we go now. Same thing. You're going to read this first, and then we're going to break it apart. Let's read it together. Read it with me. 3 dinosaur eggs are at the museum. Now, how many dinosaur eggs are at the museum? Good job. 3, okay? So, let's read the next line. Here we go. More dinosaur eggs are bought. More dinosaur eggs are what? Bought, okay? So they bought more dinosaur eggs. Let's read the next line. Now there are 8 dinosaur eggs. How many dinosaur eggs are there now? 8. Good job. Okay, now let's read our question. Read it with me. How many dinosaur eggs were added to the museum? And I'll give you a hint, boys and girls. It's this number again we have to look for. Okay? Now, let's come back up here. Let's break it apart. Let's read this first one again. Read it with me. Here we go. 3 dinosaur eggs are at the museum. Now, how many dinosaur eggs are at the museum? 3. So watch, the first thing we have to do is get 3 dinosaur eggs here. That's what it's telling you, okay? Now we have 3 dinosaur eggs there. What we're going to have to do now is put number 3 here. Because there's 1, 2, 3. 3 dinosaur eggs there. Now let's read the next line because we're done with the top one. Let's read it together. More dinosaur eggs are bought. Okay? So there's going to be some more dinosaur eggs we have to put here. We don't know how many yet because we have to keep reading. Let's read this part. Now there are 8 dinosaur eggs. How many dinosaur eggs are there now? 8. And boys and girls, we're going to get 8. We're going to put that here because that's the total, okay? That's the total amount of eggs altogether. 3 is right here. So now we're going to get 3 and we're going to put 3 here, okay? Now you're probably noticing a pattern here, okay? That's what I want you to do. Notice a pattern that how we're working this out, okay? Now look, this number, we don't have it. We're going to have to put some more dinosaur eggs here. The way we get here, boys and girls, okay? We're going to have to start from 3. We're going to stop at 8, okay? Let's do this together. We're going to start at 3, stop at what number? 8. So help me with this. Let's do this together. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now look at that, boys and girls. We finished now. We now know how many eggs they bought. And we know now there are 8 eggs together. How many eggs did we add here? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we now found our number that we need to put here. And all we do is put that number there. And look at that. Our addition equation is complete. How many dinosaur eggs were added to the museum? 5. So they bought 5 more dinosaur eggs and they added in with the 3 eggs that were already there. All together, there's 8. Okay? Now, let's keep going on to another example. Okay? Here's another example. Now, same thing. You're going to have to read all this print that's in yellow because it's giving you information on how to solve it. Let's start up here. Ready? $2 are in my bag. How many dollars are in your bag? 2. So watch, we can get $2 here. 1, 2. Okay, now we have $2 here. Same thing, you're just going to put number 2 there, okay? So now, the first statement is finished. Move on to the next one. Let's read it. I put in some more money into my bag. So, you're going to put some more money into your bag. There's some more money we're going to put here. We don't know that yet, so we read on again. Let's read together. Now, there are $5 in my bag. Now this is the total, boys and girls. Say total. So watch me. You're going to get 5. You're just going to put 5 here because you know that is the total. We found the first number here. What is this number? 2. So watch me. I'm going to get 2. I'm going to insert 2 here in front. Now, we have our equation. Almost done. We have to find now this number right here. Okay? Let's read on. How many dollars were added to my bag? Now, to get that answer right here, we start at 2. We're going to stop at 5. Okay? Let's count together. Here we go. 2, 3, 4, 5. Now look at that, boys and girls. We got our pictures now there. We started at 2. We stopped at 5. Now look. How many dollars are here? Let's count them. 1, 2, 3. So we're going to put 3 here. And look at that, boys and girls. We found our number that goes here. That's going to be 3. So we're going to put 3 here. Now our addition equation is complete. We have 2 plus 3 equals 5. And here was the question. How many dollars were added to my bag? $3. So you had $2 in your bag. You added 3 more dollars. And now you have $5, okay? Now, boys and girls, if you forget how to do these problems again, rewind the video and rewatch it. Sometimes you have to watch it more than once, okay? Now, get out a paper and pencil. Once you get your paper and pencil, boys and girls, this is your homework I want you to work on, okay? Now, the cursor is moving back onto the screen. I want you to copy this title. Copy down also your I can statement onto your paper. Copy that down. Once you copy that, I want you to copy down everything that's in yellow here. Get it on your paper because you need to really see and write to know what a word problem looks like, okay? Remember, word problems, they involve reading and they also involve words. Your reading skills, like how we do here, okay? This should look familiar to you. You see how we break apart the letter sounds and then we say it fast? This skill here, that plays a role in your math lessons also. That's why we really got to get a solid foundation on your reading skills so that way you'll be able to break these apart, blend them back together, and read it. Okay? So, write down everything that's in the yellow, and I want you to solve it on your paper here. Put your numbers here, and I want you to figure out what number goes here. Okay? And like I said, boys and girls, if you forget how to do this, rewind the video and watch it again. Now, go ahead and continue on with your homework. And remember, put it in a folder because you are going to submit this back on Friday. Go ahead and pause the video right here because I am going to log off here in a bit.